Marvel's first family takes their first steps into the MCU with the Fantastic Four First Steps. Is it a new direction or more of the same tired old MCU? Well, let's go ahead and talk about it. Welcome to Was It Good? My name is Bob, and today we're going to be talking about the Fantastic Four First Steps in what will be a spoiler-free review. Now, if you've seen the movie already, I'd really like to know what your thoughts were, so feel free to go ahead and spoil away and drop a comment in the comments section below. As always, don't forget to hit that like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Now let's get to it. The Fantastic Four First Steps blasts off into a retro-futuristic 1960s-inspired world that reimagines Marvel's first family like never before. Reed Richards, Sue Storm, Johnny Storm, and Ben Grimm must navigate their roles as heroes while facing a threat of cosmic proportions. As the planet-devouring Galactus sets his sights on Earth, his herald, the Silver Surfer, arrives with a warning that hits dangerously close to home. Can this family of heroes come together in time to stop Galactus before he consumes the entire planet, or will it be too late? I said in my review of Thunderbolts that it's become a real chore for me to watch new films in the MCU.
I thought I'd drink a little.
And it didn't help that earlier this year they released Captain America Brave New World.
Maybe you should drink a little.
Mix in some non-Marvel Studios gems like Madam Web and Kraven the Hunter. And you get some low expectations for the MCU and comic book movies going forward. Now, Thunderbolts and this year's Superman, even though I was disappointed in the story, do give me hope that comic book movies are taking a pivot in the right direction. So, is Fantastic Four's First Steps also a step in the right direction, or is it just more Marvel slop? First off, let's talk about the film's visual aesthetic and style. I think it absolutely nails that retro-futuristic 60s vibe that it's going for. From the costume designs to the technology used, kind of reminds me of that show Fallout, specifically those flashback sequences. I was really digging it in that show, and I'm really digging it here. This is something that sets this film apart from other films in the MCU, and it is very unique to see in this franchise. Next, I think Galactus looks fantastic. No pun intended. He's visually stunning. He's massive. He's intimidating. Much better than what we got in Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Crap, mega crap.
The film really leans into the cosmic grandeur of the character, and because of that, I think we actually get some really good-looking space sequences with him at a specific point in the film, and those to me were actually some of the highlights of the film visually, so I really enjoyed what they did with Galactus. I also really enjoyed the family dynamic in the film. I think it's pretty strong, and that was really helped out by a pretty good cast for the most part. I thought that Ebon Moss-Bachrach as the Thing was really cool. And there's one particular sequence where he's actually cooking, and I just half expected him to yell out,
Thank you, Chef.
so I really enjoyed him in the role as the Thing. Also, I liked Joseph Quinn in the role of Johnny Storm. He doesn't have quite the charisma that Chris Evans had, but I did enjoy him in this film. But to me, the real standout is Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm, as she brings a real heart and strength to the character of Sue Storm. I really enjoyed her in this role, and to me, she just really elevated this character. Now, I do want to address Pedro Pascal because I know a lot of people weren't sure how he was going to be in this role. A lot of people felt that he was miscast. I think he's fine in the role. Now, I did have trouble buying him as this super genius, but overall, I thought he was fine in the role and much better than I expected. Finally, I think the score is really good in this movie. I thought it complemented the tone very well. In fact, every time it popped up, I found myself singing. So the score was a highlight for me, and it really enhanced the tone of the film. And I think that this just really elevated the film as a whole. On the flip side, I do think that there are some pacing issues with this. It starts off with this kind of montage that really gets the film some momentum, and then it kind of loses it over the next 30 minutes up until we get to the scenes with Galactus. So some of the pacing issues just really caused the film to drag during that first 30 minutes for me. Next, I really didn't like the reimagining of the Silver Surfer. I understand that this particular character has appeared in other versions of the comics, but she is a very obscure character compared to the Norton Rad character. And even though Julia Garner did a great job in the role, I just would have preferred the Norton Rad character, and I just really had trouble getting into this version of the Silver Surfer. Also, I think there is very little superhero action compared to what I was expecting.
You serious?
I mean, this is the Fantastic Four after all, and you're expecting to see these high stakes, amazing looking team battles, and I just don't think that they're really here. In fact, I was really left wanting more when I saw this film. So the superhero action is not what it should be for the Fantastic Four. Finally, I think the final showdown with Galactus is really a letdown. It feels very rushed. It ends too cleanly. And I don't think that it gets that emotional or visual payoff that you were really hoping for, that the film was trying to build towards. So when it comes to the climax of the film, I was very disappointed. Real quick, before I get into my final thoughts, I want to go ahead and remind everyone to go ahead and check out the other videos on my channel. Maybe I've reviewed something that you're interested in, or something that you've seen already and you'd like to let me know what you thought about it. Also, for those that are interested, I do have another YouTube channel with a couple of my friends where we put on a show called Dad's Turn to Talk. This is an opportunity for three dads to get together and talk about the things that we want to talk about, including movies, sports, pop culture, and have a little bit of fun at each other's expense. The link to that channel will be in the description below. Final verdict. Was it good? I thought this was a fun, stylish, entertaining movie. I enjoyed the fresh look. It really was digging that retro-futuristic vibe that it had, and I really liked Galactus and the cast. So overall, I was entertained by it. Now, this is not a perfect movie, and I wouldn't even call it a great one. It has some pacing issues, it's lacking some superhero action, and I thought the ending was disappointing. But if you're a fan of the MCU or you have kids, I say go ahead and check it out because overall, I do think it's a fun ride. Now, if you're still watching this long, I'd like to thank you for joining me. Don't forget to hit that like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you next time.